I've got a slightly weird song. This one is called Sea of Love. It was on an Iggy Pop album I really liked. It was not very popular. The album, I believe, was called Party, something like 1980. It's sort of a dark version of the ballad Sea of Love. Later, Robert Plant had a hit with it, but I believe it's an oldie. And so I've always really liked that kind of dark quality Iggy Pop put into it. But what I really like is this triplet feel. And the chords are E major, E, well, mostly the G sharp is major, which is kind of, rubbing against the key. Sometimes the F sharp is major, sometimes it's minor. There's an A and a B, so, a good little handful of chords. But to play, I'm going to record a version of it. I'm going to play the piano part, and this is what I intend to play. So I'll show you my notation. I just bashed this out in about 10 minutes. So here it comes. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit on the speakers. So here you go. This is my Guitar Pro. Hopefully you can see it a little bit. This might be a little weird, so what do you think? Ooh, that last note. Do 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 wink. So I could have written it as a 24th fret. No, maybe I'll just put that in right now. Let's just make that a 24. And oops, 24. And we'll get rid of the bend. Take the bend out. Let's do bend, remove. Let's do that last line, that last 2 bars. Check it out. Yeah. Now I just got to find a 24 fret guitar, but sometimes if you press up around there, you'll catch the pickup and you'll actually get an E. So, it'd be really cool if I could just use this as my recording, but I'm going to have to learn it and play it. Let's see, what else? So, yeah, working with Guitar Pro over the years, I've gotten to where I can get through this pretty fast. I don't have to, if it's simple, because it's, I visualize these are going to be triplets. Each measure will have four triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet per bar. So the timing is really consistent, but there are some, dynamics where, like measure 51, we just hold that note from the previous measure, measure 50. So we just did a tie, and then there's a chord on, where was that? I don't remember. It stops on, measure, what is that, 18, there's a chord here. Whatever, Basically, I just took some notes. Then there's a little chord on the intro. Let's just take it from the intro. We'll do 4 bars. Just check out the intro. And the verse. So that little stop. So you learn music that what I just had to spend a little time thinking about the song. But you learn, you're going to have an intro with a pause. You're going to have to throw in a half note there. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, half note, and then you got your verse, which is, once you learn these chords in the writing, you just copy and paste. So, I had to write in the first line, and then a lot of the rest of it was just pasting, copy and paste. So you got your intro, section B is the verse, section C is your chorus, then you got another verse, which is slightly different because it goes to a B versus staying on E. So I should really call that a different letter, but I'm just going to be lazy. Section, what do we got? B. And then section D is a solo, which is like a verse. Ends with 2 E's here. So these little details you got to know. Then your chorus, I just copied and pasted it. Made it 4 lines, or 4 bars. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do this. Let's make that 6. System layout, I'll make this 6. Then it will fit 6 measures. And then so there's the chorus. Then the verse, let's go back to making it 4. So system layout, I'll select fix bar 4. So now it will kind of look a little better. And you just wonder if you can, so how many pages? 1, 2, 3. It'd be cool if we could make this fit up there, but I don't know how. How do you cut? I guess you could do a repeat or something, but verse, I'm just looking for a way to shrink it down. Solo. Could just say solo is part D or whatever, or part B or whatever it is. I'm not sure. I could get rid of these 2 lines and just say play part B. So I don't know if you can put just this D solo without the measures. I probably can. That would save me 2 lines, and then it'd fit on 2 pages. So it's something you consider. Anytime somebody hands you, like, the more pages they hand you, the more you kind of shut down. So if you hand somebody a 1-pager, they're like, oh, well, I guess I could consider looking at this, but I might just leave it as it is for the moment. So if you want me to email you this document or this guitar profile, I will. Just email me at hooverguitar@yahoo.com, or if you want a PDF. These little shapes are very cool. I teach them constantly on my channel. I use them constantly. I recommend them. They're like triads, 3-note, well, I guess they're 4-note chords. They're like triads. They're like triads plus one more note. So basically it's something we play a lot on guitar. So this is, if you don't have a piano player, you kind of have to learn this stuff. And it's pretty simple musically, but physically, for a guitar player, it's kind of a pain. So, it's up to you, but it's a personal thing that I really want to do. So if you don't want to do it, don't worry about it. But if you do, I'd love to send it to you. All right. Have fun with that. See ya.